Okay.
All right, guys. So, oh, go ahead, Emmy.
No, I was just saying, I think everyone's back, so you're good to go.
Okay. So we have time for one more question. So instead of sending you to breakout rooms for this one, I'm going to be the host on these. And going forward, what I find helpful for me is knowing what you guys need help with so that we don't go over a bunch of crazy stuff that you don't need help with, right? So to help me with that and to help SkillCat and their products come out with more and more stuff that will help you, we figured that we would just do an open discussion on this one. And the question is, what do you struggle with the most in your career? If you had to pick one thing that is like your biggest adversity, your biggest struggle, what would that one thing be? And so I think what we'll do, Emmy, if you want to just like choose somebody and unmute them and they can answer.
Yeah.
And then just keep going through like that. All right. So you guys, if you become unmuted, it's your turn. So what is the biggest struggle you face?
All right. Jason Kurtz asking to unmute you.
Hi, Emmy. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hello. Biggest challenge I face is I just quit a job working for a contractor because he was ripping people off. He was a part seller. So for me,
yes,
at my age, just getting into the trade is finding that my big break, you know, finding a employer with integrity, with honor, somebody who cares about the people, somebody who cares about the planet, somebody who believes in what they do, and they're not just a part seller. It's not about the money. It's actually about the job, the line of work in which they're in. So for me, it's getting that big break and actually having the opportunity to work with somebody who's professional.
Yes. I love that answer, Jason. Email me at jennifer@skillcatapp.com and I will give you access to our list of people who are hiring. I mean, it's just all it will do is give you a name to call, but it's a starting point and they are all better HVAC contractors. So definitely a place that you will, of course, it's a place where you'll be comfortable and happy at least. But I love this answer. You guys, I can't stress enough that since the Great Resignation, we don't have to work at places we don't want to work anymore. Okay. So if you are at a place that you are truly unhappy, if you're at a place watching some guy be a crook and rip people off, just go. We'll find you something else, whatever it takes. Okay. Just that's a big one for me too. I worked for a crook my first time around and I didn't last long there. So I get it, Jason. All right. Who's next?
All right. Let's go with Sierra.
Hey, Sierra.
Hey. I go by CC, by the way, too, to make it easier.
Sweet.
I'm taking SkillCat and loving it. Trying to get the EPA, so I don't really know like as far as anything in the field, but I'm always like looking to like learn and do better because I feel like I want to know before I get started because I don't want to mess it up. I just want to be the best I can be and just get it done and have to realize that, you know, like you'll learn and go along as long as I'm, you know, able to hear and like, you know, criticism and just, or whatever, just, you know, be able to take what knowledge people give me and go. I'm really excited.
Yeah. So Cece's one of my girls too. And her husband as well. Cece, I will say that one of the best problems to have is wanting to be the best at your job. Okay, because we don't get that a lot in this field. Okay, let me be real. I think that one way to overcome that whole like I have to be perfect before I can touch a system, before I can get into this job, is just to do it. Just do it. The second that you're in, you're going to be like, oh, wow, I'm learning so much more than I was not touching systems. Okay. And you're going to screw it up. You're going to mess up. I loosed 10 pounds of R22 on a roof and almost fell off that roof one time, my first week in HVAC. Okay. It happens. Right. You're going to mess up. And then when you mess up, you're never going to mess up like that again. So that's the best way that I can say to not beat yourself up and not be a perfectionist when it comes to starting, because the starting is the beginning of your school, of your real school, right? Okay. So that's a really good one though. That was my problem too, to be honest. All right, who's next?
Let's see. Eric Wang.
Hey, Eric.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
everybody.
You too.
I'm sorry. What was the question again? I'm a
So
little.
what's one thing that's okay? It's really hard to navigate with all these people here, right?
Yeah.
But what is one thing that you feel like you struggle with the most? Like if you had to choose the biggest struggle in your career, what would it be?
Okay, so I'm brand new. I just got my EPA Universal a couple days ago. But as far as
Nice
like,
job.
thank you, thank you. Experience wise, I have no experience, so I really I can't say that I have much to say to that. But
That in
generally,
itself's a
like,
struggle.
yeah. But me myself as a person, I guess I could also relate because once I get burnt out with something, I have a hard time kind of bouncing back from it. That's
Yes.
why I did finance for 8 years and I got really burnt out. I tried my hardest to kind of just work through it, but I was not able to.
Yeah.
So, that's why wanted to make a switch in the career and then heard about HVAC, a lot of good things. So,
So I was a
yep. So,
teacher before this, as I said, and I was burnt out to the max. I mean,
uh-huh.
I was burnt out. And it's funny because I joined HVAC and then I became a teacher again. But I'm
Oh,
teaching something that I love. I'm teaching something that matters to me, you know? So I found that I don't have a teacher's mindset. It's just not who I am. I can't stand in front of a class and teach for 8 hours a day. But what I
right.
can do is work with my hands. And while I'm working with my hands, teach other people to work with their hands. So some
Mm,
people just aren't built for finance, Eric, and that's okay. And I think that
yeah.
people who aren't built for finance are built for working with their hands. And HVAC is the place, especially if you like puzzles and problem solving. And I have a feeling that you'll be really good at that if you manage finance for 8 years.
Yeah. It was like really a mental challenge, but I
Yes.
was able to get
And
through
this
that.
is too, but it's a different mental challenge. It's a mental challenge where you go home from work every night going, I did it. Like, boom,
Yeah,
I did. I said
yeah,
I couldn't do it and I did it every single
yeah,
day. It's like a rush. So you're
yeah,
definitely in the right place. Keep with it.
yeah. I'm definitely excited. I got hired today at a new company.
Awesome.
So super excited about that.
Right
Uh,
on.
yep, and I start Thursday. So wish me luck, guys.
Good luck. Good luck. You guys, everybody wish Eric good luck at his new job.
Thank you.
All
Congratulations,
right,
man.
Emmy, who
That's
do we got
awesome.
Thank
next?
you. Thank you.
All right. Up next, let's do Ron. Ron, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everybody. One
Hey,
of the
Ron.
biggest things that, and I'm speaking from a perspective of install technicians. One of the biggest
Mhm.
things we run into at our company is the service techs not giving the proper information when they
Yep.
go and sell a system, and they go and look at these systems, and we do residential, and it's all not new installs, replacement. So new equipment
Retrofit. Yep.
in residential homes and residential areas, new equipment. And when we get out there, the service techs have failed to convey the proper information.
Yep.
And that's one of the
Yeah.
biggest things. You think it's going to be a cookie cutter install, and you get out there, it's like, oh man, we got to,
It never is.
get all these tools, dig everything out, open up the crawl space, ask the homeowner for permission. We got to place new block, cement, we got to do so much because they
Yeah.
failed to give us the right
Change
information.
orders.
Right.
No one ever wants to have to ask the customer for more money, right? I
Right.
totally get it. So, and there's that disconnect exists between every single division in HVAC. So I am also a mechanical engineer and I do all of my HVAC design at my company myself. My company consists of me, my husband, and my son. And even though we are a family and even though I am doing the design myself, there are times where my son and my husband are mad at me because I failed to think about something when I was engineering it that they have as a true struggle in the field. And then there's times where I'm servicing the equipment that I installed and I'm like, why have I done this? So that disconnect exists in every single division and there is only one cure for it. And that cure for it, unfortunately, my friends, is communication. Communication. So if you're noticing this be a problem over and over and over again, you got to communicate it. You got to go and you got to keep your head cool and you got to talk to the guy in charge and you have to say, look, how can we talk to each other? How can we come to an understanding where I don't care, take an installer with you if you need to, if you really do not understand, or ask me to explain to you what we need from you and you to explain to me what you need from me, and we'll make this work. Because the only way that this works is if we communicate, for sure. And it's tough struggle. You're at a job. You can't just like walk up and be like, hey, you mother effer, like you have to do this in a professional manner and you have to make it work. But yeah, the best thing that I can say is explain that it's causing change orders, explain that it's causing more hours, more man hours, which are always very, very expensive. And, if you feel like you can't talk to the service guys themselves, then talk to your supervisor and they will, or they should anyway. If they're a good service manager, they will. That's a really good one. There is a disconnect for sure. All right, Emmy, who do we got next?
All right, let's do
How many
George.
more do we have time for?
I think this might be our last one.
Okay, last one. Let's make it a good one.
All right, George, you want to go for it?
Hey, George.
You're on mute. You're gonna have to unmute yourself. Awesome.
There you go.
Hello. So my biggest thing, pretty much what everyone's been saying, is either a disconnect, new to the trade, like you're gonna screw things up and constantly until you actually get your hands on and get more experience.
Yeah.
But my biggest struggle that I have right now, I currently teach it for the military for the past couple of years, and it's like, stop second guessing your answers
Yes.
for the EPA.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like,
Wow, that's an incredible
Today-
one.
today I was like, why are you trying to convince yourself you're wrong? I had to think that.
Yes. Yeah, so I do the same thing. So I do this thing called HVAC trivia. And even when I'm like asking the question and like I'm waiting for people to answer it on TikTok or on Instagram, I'm like going, wait, do I know the answer? And it's a thing that all teachers do. That's a teacher thing. It's not just an HVAC thing. But yeah, you got to stop second guessing yourself because you will go to sleep with that at night. It's not a fun time.
And then another thing that we struggle with is they're afraid like they'll screw it up whenever they're tracing out the schematics, and like it's a learning environment. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think any of us appreciate a learning environment.
Or mess it up in training, then realize.
Yeah. Yes. That would be nice. Except that when you're in the military, I can imagine that like messing up in training is still messing up in real life. I can imagine the repercussions from messing up in the military are far different from messing up in my training center. So
As long as it's in training, it's not that bad.
yeah, right. As long as
But
it's you,
then-
right? That's their teacher.
And then another struggle that we have is different states requiring different requirements.
That's a tough one,
It's
yes.
like some states will require mechanical license, electrical license, some other stuff.
Yes. Yeah, SkillCat has that actually as a challenge. So we have to offer, like when it comes to gas, for instance, we can teach about boilers and we can teach about hot air furnaces, but we can't teach the gas license for each state because there would have to be 50 different gas license courses, right?
Yes.
So yeah, that's a struggle across the US. It would be amazing if they just said one day, like federally, this is the rule. But there is other training out there too. You can take those gas courses on SkillCat, but also HVAC offers them state by state. So like John Gantz is here right now. He's taking a gas course with me. Actually, he and I are taking my course together because we're going to go and get licensed together because I don't have my gas license for Maine. So, but there's always an option. If you guys reach out to me, if you have anything like that that's state specific, reach out to me, Jennifer@skillcatapp.com. I'll find somebody who knows the answer at the very least. But yeah. This has been awesome, you guys. And I just want to say that I really hope that we can continue doing this for a very long time. So that leads me to my end all be all last question. We're going to do a vote. So if you think we should do this weekly, well, first, let me tell you what the options are. Okay. Either we're going to do it weekly or monthly. Okay. So if you think that we should do this weekly, raise your hand. Emmy, you getting this?
Yep, or right in the comments.
Or write it in the comment. Right. Hey, Angelica. Angelica's a HVACX mentee. So we're asking if we should do these coffee chats every week. Okay, so Angelica says weekly. Gotcha. All right, Emmy, tell us when you got us.
All right, I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I think I got everyone. 9.
Okay, now if you think we should do it monthly, once a month, coffee chat, raise your hand.
One,
Keep them up so Emmy can count you.
two,
1.
1.
4. Okay, I got you all.
All right, so who won, Emmy? Tell us the great debate answer.
So the weekly one, but you guys can join once a month if you'd like to join once a month.
Very
It's
true. Or like Mike said, every 2 weeks.
or every 2 weeks. Yep, totally up to you
Yeah.
guys.
And I will be here every single week, you guys. So if if you're reaching out to me on SkillCat, you're on skillcatup.com email. If you're doing SkillCat, if you're doing HVACX, if you're a mentor through us, a mentee through us, whatever it might be, if you want to keep up with this community, this is the right place to be. I will be here every single week, and we're always here to help, no matter what it is. You can literally just unmute yourself and ask, and we got you. Okay. Thank you, Brendan, for tagging HVACX.com. If you're looking to get free training, it does include SkillCat, but there's also some more from people like Craig Migliaccio, the AC Service Tech, Ty Brannaman, HVAC School. We have 1,000 different sponsors that send us their materials for free. We're able to send it to you for free. Plus, you're doing your SkillCat training plan. It's just a match made in heaven, and it makes you a better tech every time. There's also on HVACX.com is also our mentor program and our you can sign up for that with the link. But there's also the tech support number, right? Big as can be on the front page. If you need tech support, if you're on a roof, if you're stuck, if you're in a basement, doesn't matter what you're working on, give us a call. No excuses. You have SkillCat in your corner, give us a call. Yes, you can reach out to me, Dania, at Jennifer@skillcatapp.com. I'm here for every single one of you. So is SkillCat. Anything to add, Emmy or Brendan?
No, I just wanted
Thanks,
to thank everyone for joining tonight. I hope that you guys got to know each other a little bit and had fun with it. And if you guys ever have any feedback for us, feel free to email me, Jennifer, Brendan. Any of us would love to talk to you, hear from you, anything like that. So yeah, thanks for joining tonight. Yes, Ron.
Yeah, and
Alright.
I'm gonna create a quick
Oh,
little
Ron has a question.
Google Doc survey for you guys that will have
Oh,
like 5
perfect.
questions to it. It's pretty much just getting direct feedback on what you guys thought about this, how we might be able to improve it, and what you're really looking forward to seeing come into the SkillCat app so that we can develop that and put it in there. So if you guys would take 3 minutes to fill that out, it'll be sent over to your emails tomorrow morning. And we'd really, really appreciate it. It helps us a lot.
For
We
sure.
do look at every single answer.
Did you see Ron, Emmy?
Yeah, I saw Ron.
Okay. You got to unmute yourself, Ron.
Okay, the question was,
we
will
go.
it be every Tuesday at 7?
Oh, good question. We probably should have led with that. For right now, it will be every Tuesday at 7.
Okay.
There is a chance because of my schedule that it will eventually change to Saturdays. But for the foreseeable future, it'll be Tuesday nights at 7.
Okay. And the other comment
Yeah.
was, I take my my NATE
Oh,
core
yeah.
exam Thursday. So keep me in your prayers.
We will.
For
And
those
for
of you who
a
don't
little
pray,
bit of
keep me,
advice,
wish me luck.
go back through that course. Anything that you were like, when you were learning it, you were kind of like, huh? Go back through the course. And that's the beauty of SkillCat, right? You can go
Right.
back through everything you've already done and learn it 50 times if you need to. Go back through that course and just click to study on Wednesday night, like tomorrow night. But don't do it for a super long time. Do it for 30 minutes, no more, because cramming makes you forget things. So 30
Right.
minutes, go back through that NATE course, and you'll be ready to rock on Thursday. You got this. I know you got this.
Thank
You're
you.
gonna kill it. Hell yeah. All right, you guys. Well, good luck in your endeavors this week. I am so proud of every single one of you for being here and for like giving a crap about each other and yourselves and your careers. So like, let's keep this going. Let's keep this momentum up. Let's rock it. All right, that's it for me, Emmy.
All right. Thank you all for joining, and thanks so much, Jennifer, for hosting.